Fort Lauderdale is the Venice of America, and it's also the yachting capital of the world. So I figured what better way to talk about Fort Lauderdale than to talk about it, number one, on a boat, and to also look at the best waterfront neighborhoods here in Fort Lauderdale. Obviously, a couple of them you probably heard, but there are some hidden gems in there. So let's jump right into it. But before we do that, normally I'm your real estate agent, and I still am, but today I'm your captain, your skipper, your seaman, your lifeguard, your swimming instructor, and anything else that you want. But if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest here in Fort Lauderdale or anywhere in South Florida, my team and I would love to be your real estate resource of choice. We help people just like you who reach out to us every single day, whether they're looking for recommendations, they're looking to invest here, they're looking to move and relocate here. So anything we can do to help you, please let us know. You can call us, email, text us, whatever's easiest for you. But now let's check out Fort Lauderdale on the water. So first up, we have the landings, and the landings are located just north of Commercial, just east of Federal, and for the most part, I will say about like 90 to 95% of the homes are all on the water. Now it is all single family homes. You won't really find any condos or townhomes, but I think that adds to the vibe here. I mean, it's very quaint, calm, peaceful, especially family friendly because you have a lot of great nearby activities. Some things like that of Lauderdale by the Sea, which you could walk to if you want, if you're up for a walk. I mean, most people end up driving or taking an Uber. But Lauderdale by the Sea is probably one of the best small beach towns in not only South Florida, but probably the entire state of Florida. Great little downtown area right there on the beach, plenty of shopping, dining, and entertainment options. Now, when it comes to parks and nearby schools, plenty of great parks. One of the go-to ones has to be Bayview Park, which is right next to Cardinal Gibbons, which my brother goes to. On top of that, some other great schools are that of Westminster Academy and even Pinecrest. Now, one thing to keep in mind when you are thinking about the walkability within the landings is, you could walk within the neighborhood. People are out and about in the evenings and afternoons. But in terms of like true restaurants and things, there's a little strip center right there on Federal with some great options like that of L'Arptasian, Black Rock, even McDonald's, which is, a late night favorite. But when it comes to the real estate here, the median sales price is $1.25 million, which puts us at a median price per square foot of $496. However, it's a nice attractive price point. One thing to keep in mind, you've probably seen some larger boats here, but in the landings, there are fixed bridges. So what is a fixed bridge? There's non-fixed bridges and fixed bridges. Non-fixed bridges, as it sounds, open and close, while fixed bridges, they're at a set height. So you might be able to fit under it with a fixed T-top during low tide. However, when the tide rises and the clearance all of a sudden becomes 6 feet, your 7-foot clearance might not fit under it and you're gonna have to dock your boat somewhere else. So that's just something to keep in mind.
And this is an example of one of those non-fixed bridges. So all the bridges along the intercoastal are non-fixed and they do open periodically. And I will say during this entire tour, I think Dallas probably enjoyed it the most out of anyone.
Next up, we have Coral Ridge. And a lot of people think of Coral Ridge as just like the country club and the golf side. Well, yes, it does have that. It also has these homes on the water. And what Coral Ridge is really known for is a little bit larger of a home, larger canals, and obviously larger vessels that you're able to fit. There are no bridges here because it is just these canals like this, which is kind of nice because it's easy to get in and out of. However, you're still able to enjoy everything that the golf side has to offer as well. So obviously there's the Coral Ridge Country Club, which is not mandatory to join, unlike that of country clubs in places like that of Boca or even Delray, maybe even Jupiter. There's a social membership, you have the golf membership, and there's also the tennis. There's also plenty of parks within the neighborhood, like that of Bayview Park. There's also schools like that of Cardinal Gibbons within the neighborhood, and then you're also walkable to a lot of different things. So you could walk to Lauderdale by the Sea and enjoy everything that has to offer, like we talked about, or you could walk down to Galt Mile right off of Oakland, which I think is a little bit better because you have a little bit better options in terms of dining, like that of Cafe Monterano. There's a barbecue place over there, and even a sports bar called Bow Campers. Now, if you're looking for one of the best bars in Fort Lauderdale, there's Twice Removed, which has been voted best happy hour, best cocktail, and best date night spot. So you're welcome for that. Now, in terms of the real estate here in Coral Ridge, it is mostly single family homes, but there are some condos and townhome options as well as like that of some new townhomes that are being built right off of Oakland Park and Bayview. But when it comes to the single family homes, our median sales price is $1.275 million. However, we do go all the way up to $39 million for a house that's an entire cul-de-sac. So this is the most expensive listing right now here in Coral Ridge. It's the entire cul-de-sac, sits on just over an acre lot. It's 9 bedrooms, 17 bathrooms, just under 18,000 square feet, and they're asking $39 million for this. Now we have Las Olas Isles, which honestly might be the most highly sought after, mostly because of the location, but also the size of the homes and the size of the vessels. It's not uncommon here in Las Olas Isles to have mega yachts that are probably worth more than most of the homes. Now, in terms of the location here in Las Olas Isles, as it sounds, it's right off of Las Olas. So you're maybe like a 15-minute walk to the beach. Most people end up having a golf cart, they Uber, or they drive to Las Olas Beach, and you get dropped off right there on the corner of Las Olas and A1A. So you obviously have to hit Elbow Room, which is one of the best dive bars in all of Fort Lauderdale and South Florida. If you want to have a really fun time, ask my business partner and my mom, Michelle. But besides for that, you can also head down Las Olas to the west, and that's where pretty much like all the entertainment, shopping, and dining options are. Some great restaurants to go and check out. I like that of Bear's Grill, obviously the Cheesecake Factory, you have Salt 7, there's Fogo de Chao, and even Moxie's. But back to the neighborhood, so as you can see, all of the homes here are a lot larger. There are some townhomes and condo options as well. However, this is probably our more expensive area of the neighborhoods on the list. Our median sales price is $4.3 million. However, we do go all the way up to $50 million. Now we have the neighborhood that I would pick if I was looking for a waterfront community, and that's Rio Vista. And Rio Vista is honestly probably one of the best locations. It's also probably the most family friendly and the most walkable when you really think about it. So in terms of location, on the south end, you have 17th Street. On the west end, you have Federal. On the north end, you have Las Olas. And on the east end, you have the Intercoastal. So it's in a clutch location. You can walk to 17th Street if you really want to. You can walk downtown if you want to, but what a lot of people actually end up doing who live here is they have a golf cart. It's really easy to get around, especially in the afternoons. You'll see a ton of people out in their golf cart, walking with their families, or even walking with their dogs. There's also a couple parks within the neighborhood as well, like that of Virginia Young Park, which actually has a playground and a little field. There's also Smoker Family Park, which is right there on the new river, which is really nice, across from Salt 7. So that's a huge plus. Now, in terms of the real estate and the homes within Rio, you have a lot of different options, a lot of charm, some older historic homes, some larger, more modern homes as well. Our median sales price is $2.9 million. However, we do go all the way up to $40 million.
And that's the downtown Fort Lauderdale skyline, and it's going to completely transform here over the next 5 to 10 years. Just wait.
And last but not least, we have probably the most exclusive neighborhood on this entire list, and that's Harbor Beach. So Harbor Beach is exclusive for two reasons. Number one, you do have your own private beach access, along with your own private club access right there on the beach, but it's also extremely secure. One of the few gated communities here in Fort Lauderdale. So there are these homes which are west of A1A, and then there are some homes east of A1A. Most of the homes east of A1A aren't on the water, however. Meanwhile, these homes are, and they are larger in size, very comparable to that of both the homes in Rio and Las Olas Isles. However, our median sales price here is $4.5 million, but we do go all the way up to $50 million. And the big draw to living here are some larger canals, just like that of Las Olas Isles and Rio. So you could fit some larger vessels back here, plus extremely walkable to all the shopping, dining, and entertainment that happens on Fort Lauderdale Beach.
Look at my crew! Shout out to the crew here today! Whoa, 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 Tricky Nicky in the shot.
It's been real, it's been fun, it's been real fun, but Dallas said it's time for you to get off the boat. But if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest anywhere here in Fort Lauderdale or South Florida in general, we'd love to be your real estate resource of choice. You can call us, text us, email us, whatever's easiest for you, we got you.